Hello my peeps, this is Kat, aka Kakibot, and this is Simon, aka my partner in crime, especially when it comes to anything food related.
Yep.
I know that you lot really enjoy content that's about food, especially Scottish food. I could see that on that video that we made about eating Scottish food only for 48 hours. That was this one, if you haven't seen it yet. If you only clicked on this video because of whatever rage baity thumbnail I've made, then welcome. If this is your first time, I do have a lot of cool content about Scotland and Edinburgh, Glasgow, all of that. Often food-centric on this channel, so do stick around, maybe subscribe. Today we are gonna be finally ranking all of Scotland's food.
All of it?
Yes.
Every last thing?
Yes. I left out some things that I don't personally believe are fully Scottish, but some people see them as Scottish, and some things that are kind of like just ingredients. Just because within the UK context, these ingredients often come from Scotland, that doesn't really make them like a specific Scottish thing. So yeah, that was my kind of very basic rules for building this tier list that I have built myself. And you can actually go on the tier list website and try it yourself if you have a YouTube channel. Also, you can also try to rank all these foods. Maybe you can make everything S tier and you can appeal to that Scottish sense of pride. Anyway, I only have about an hour to shoot this video.
No pressure.
Yes, I do need to take a train from Glasgow to Edinburgh later today. So yes, we're gonna jump into it and just like speed run through telling you about our opinions, which I'm sure you are super excited about. We are starting with the, sorry, this is a PNG, so that one I kind of messed up already.
What is it?
That's the Abernethy biscuit.
Oh, well, A tier. Firstly, let's start strong. These are awesome. So these are like a rich tea biscuits, but slightly lighter and.
Oh, I think that it's like a rich tea biscuit meets shortbread.
Yeah, it does. It's more crumbly, but it's sweet. It goes well in your tea, and it's very Moorish. And you end up buying a pack and not being able to only eat one. So, like, they're not the best thing ever, but easy A tier.
The only thing is that compared to like a traditional shortbread that you would buy, especially in a bakery, these don't actually have butter in them. They have palm oil. Will nobody think of the orangutans? Put them in B.
Okay. Yeah, that drops me. Yeah, whoops. Okay, so we're killing the planet with these biscuits. So, yeah.
The beautiful ginger apes.
Drat. Okay.
Okay, now we're moving on to a tasty snack. This is now they're called Taylor's, but there used to be Mackey's crisps.
Wait, they're not Mackey's anymore?
Nope, Mackey's only does ice cream. Mackey's only does ice cream now, I think.
Oh, that's a shame.
But they sold the crisp flavors to someone else. And like the packaging used to be, I think, very kind of old-timey Scottish, very like traditional themed. And now it's this sort of like weird modern-ish thing. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but like since they rebranded, I have been a lot less likely to buy them. However, these are the Aberdeen Angus ones, and it's a nice savory crisp.
Is it just that flavor that we're looking at?
Yes.
I would say C tier. I'm not big on beef flavored crisps personally, but you know, your mileage may vary.
I think, I don't know, C is a bit harsh, because I think they are good and they have a nice texture.
So B for you then?
I think that's B.
Fair enough.
Ooh, you know what this is?
What's that?
You know what this is, no?
I don't know. It's a very tiny GIF. Not GIF, image. One of those.
Squint
GIF.
harder. This is the Arbroath Smoky.
Ooh, okay. I have to really be in the mood for this because there's a lot of bones, but it's so tasty.
Yeah, so Arbroath Smokies, you can only get them in Arbroath, which is kind of just sort of further away. If you travel to Dundee and you're kind of on that coast and traveling further up towards Aberdeen, I think it's quite a short drive or train ride from Dundee, and I think that in general that area is so good for getting seafood. You can get like, you know, crab pâtés and things like that. So when we went to Arbroath, I think that I mostly enjoyed all of that other seafood, but this is actually like one of those things that they do have like the protected geographical indication, so you can't get an Arbroath Smoky anywhere or like you can get it, but
it has to come from there.
It has to be made within like 5-mile radius out of Arbroath. I do like smoked fish. Like I grew up eating smoked mackerel, so it's good for that. But yeah, it's you have to be ready to get your hands stinky and also possibly your esophagus pierced.
Yeah, like what I would say is, without necessarily eating all the swallowing all the bones, you'll spend a lot of time like picking bits out of your teeth, which, if that's not your gym jam, then maybe make this one a miss. But like, as an experience, if you go there intentionally looking for that and having a little time at the seaside, then it's really nice. So I'd say a low A, high B, if I could split the split the difference.
Are we just being all of the?
Well, no, I'm sure there's going to be some other things on here.
Okay,
So
I will say B. I'm kind of like, it's good, but sometimes you can get it in like nice like B&Bs for breakfast.
That's true.
Yeah, but
with a knife and fork.
yeah. Well, anyway, now we're maybe getting towards something that might be higher than B, which is chicken balmoral.
Oh,
I would say A. I don't think that it's quite S tier. I don't think it's like one of those things that I have to have over and over. But whenever I have it,
it's chicken stuffed with haggis, wrapped in bacon. It's perfect.
Yeah, I think, and often it comes with some sort of nice sauce, also like a whiskey sauce or something like that.
That's maybe an S tier for me. That's really good.
Okay, pop it in the S tier.
Yeah, I get an S tier.
Okay, because like having like nicely made chicken, but also it really benefits from all of that like flavoring, that seasoning that comes from haggis. Because I think haggis almost sort of similarly to chorizo, it's kind of more of a seasoning than like a thing that I would want to eat on its own. Like especially with chicken, which is oftentimes. Always bland.
Sometimes, oftentimes, always.
I don't know why I'm trying to like appease the chicken lobby here. Like everyone knows this. A chicken breast is like,
fine,
just a white boot. So you have to put something tasty in it. And haggis is great for that. And bacon is also great for that.
Bacon is great for everything.
Our moisturizing.
Exactly.
Our first S tier.
There you go.
You can try it in, many places, but the Arcade Bar on Coburn Street.
Yes.
They make a nice one.
But they also make just great haggis, meeps and tatties as well.
Yeah, but not everyone is into that, as we will find out later.
Maybe. Okay.
A brick.
A brick. What's this brick?
This is the black bun. A black bun is like a very dense fruit cake, just kind of covered in a thin layer of pastry. Have you ever had it?
I don't think I have, but what I'll say is if it's already basic, classic, quote-unquote British fruit cake and it's more dense, that might be a bit of a chore.
It does seem like it has like a strong gravitational pull. I hoped you had this before, so this was one of the ones that I put on thinking that in your 35 years here, you would have had
more than
black
35
bun.
years. I will put this on a B tier if it's a fruitcake, because fruitcake's fine.
I would say probably C. However, if there are any big fans of the black bun, I want to hear from you in the comment section.
Black bun lobby.
This video is not only for educational purposes, but also to fight. By the way, you can tell that like neither of us is Scottish, so now you can fight us even harder. Just a little like informational intermission. You've been here for like 35
more years.
You're not that old.
I'm 38. I've been here for all but 2 of my years.
Oh, okay. 36. And myself, I think it's going to be 12 or 13. I stopped kind of keeping track with it.
That's 50 years of combined Scottishness.
Oh, yes, that's probably more than a lot of you. Okay, now we're getting into cheeses, or the first cheese, because it's alphabetical. So this is the Black Crowdy, and there is this dairy kind of cheese making factory. That's not the word for it.
A cheesemonger? No,
that's a cellar.
Like a dairy?
Up in Tain, which is like even higher up north than Inverness. So it's kind of like if you're doing North Coast 500, I imagine that might be an interesting place to stop. But you can find these cheeses everywhere. In Central Belt, wherever you travel,
Tesco's.
You will find these. And I think Black Crowdy is a really nice one to try if you do like it's sort of a relatively rich soft cheese with black peppercorns and like pinhead oatmeal.
S tier. S tier. I love it. It's great.
Okay, well, I would say A, but it's just because I'm not the most cheesy person.
Okay, well,
but,
I'll defer to you. It's still going to get a good grade.
Okay, yes, I would still recommend you try it. Now we're off to Stornoway. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yep.
Okay, now we're off to Stornoway and their black pudding. I probably, I wouldn't say S tier, but I would say A tier.
I would say that it's an A tier on its own. I would say that it will be an S tier if you have it on a plate with baked beans as well. But that's just my preference.
Just that?
Baked beans and black pudding on toast.
Oh, you're easy. You're just gonna get that for breakfast. You're not so full Scottish.
Well, honestly, yes. I was thinking, am I going to fight you on that? No, that makes me very happy.
This is, one of the, blood puddings of the world. I think that
don't
many...
put them off.
No. Well, in Czech culture, we have that too. I know that's Koreans have their own blood pudding.
I love it. So I'll take the appreciation.
How do you feel about white pudding?
Oh,
that weirds me out.
I'm not sure about that. Is that on the list?
Wrong. No, I didn't. I never had it, so I didn't put it on.
Okay.
But it is you can also get white pudding, which I'm guessing doesn't have the blood in it.
It might just
what
be
does
oats.
it have then?
That might just be
just
oats
suet and oats. Next up, we have bramble jam. I put that on there because, as I said earlier, I didn't really want to stick to single sort of ingredients. You can get various brambles all over Europe, but I always whenever I have the opportunity to buy some homemade jam in Scotland, I do like to go for bramble just because I love the word bramble.
You do.
I name my D&D characters very brambly. I think it's a very Hobbit name. It's a nice. No, well, anyway, I digress. Brambles, delicious, tart, dark.
I'd say A tier. I think that it's not the best jam in the world, but it is very tasty. So if I had a choice of jams, it would be on the list, but it wouldn't necessarily be on the top of my list. So
I agree. A. Boop. Butteries is the Aberdonian addition to the list.
Yeah.
We just had some recently. I only really tried butteries twice this year. You can get them in the supermarket, or you can sometimes get them. Well, you can get them in Aberdeen as well.
Everywhere in Aberdeen.
Yes. Yeah. The most often I see people just having them with some jam on top, but I've also seen sandwiches. I think that some people maybe do savory. What I would say is that if you do buy them in a supermarket, you should toast them.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Everyone I talked to, because I tried it untoasted and it was nice, kind of a bit salty, but it does need toasting because
melt that butter.
Yeah.
So what do you think? A B tier, C tier? It's kind of fine.
I would probably say C. I don't have to have them ever again. Although I think that if you grew up with them and it's your kind of nostalgia thing, then go for it. So this is the cabok, which from what I remember, it's also from the Tain dairy, and it's quite a very rich cheese, kind of buttery. So even when you go on their website, they will say that it's if you're working your way towards a triple bypass, get this cheese. That's copy from their actual website. So they're very
strong
self-aware. Yes. So just kind of based on my health anxiety, C.
Well, I'm going to bring that up to a B then, because I think that it's wonderful, and cheese shouldn't necessarily be healthy. So
fair. Okay, now we're getting into the Tanox category-ish. We're starting with the caramel log, which is the one I think caramel log is one of the less popular Tanox biscuits. It's the one that's kind of covered in coconut, which I kind of enjoy. So
it's a B tier for me. I think it's pretty good. It's not the best thing Tanox makes, but it's not terrible, and I would probably not.
Sure.
I wouldn't throw any of it away. I'd eat the whole thing.
Pop it in there. Both caramel log and the classic caramel bar, I believe, were introduced in like the 50s. So I do like that the packaging hasn't really changed. So I would.
It has a weird sense of nostalgia because it's always been there for everyone.
And I think that's great. Like, kind of, if you've ever been to Japan and you kind of think about how a lot of their just visual culture. I'm sorry, I'm going into my like hyperfixation on a tangent. Like, you see how a lot of their design has never changed, and it kind of went through the whole cycle of being like out of fashion and getting back into fashion, kind of that vintagey look. I think that Tanox has done a really good job at like visually like establishing themselves as this like icon. I mean, you can see their packaging being used by many designers, including myself, on like merch and like souvenirs you can get in Scotland. So I am a big fan. However, I will say that with the caramel log and the caramel bar, I think that the caramel is kind of chewy in there, and I'm not a big fan of that. To me, they always taste kind of stale.
Yeah, that's kind of fair. I think that if there was somehow to have that as a fresh thing, it might be amazing. But I think it does have a certain cardboardy quality to it.
Yeah. Also, a fun fact, apparently they're very popular in the Middle East.
Oh, really?
Like, they have been exporting their biscuits and tea cakes into the Middle East since like 50s, 60s.
Interesting.
And that's why like it's almost as nostalgic there as it is here in like Yemen and stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Seat here then?
I would say B.
Oh,
It's
wow,
B.
okay. Okay, we got our first D tier then.
No, I said B.
You did B?
No.
Oh,
No, Mr. Tannock, I'm sorry. Chicken tikka masala.
Oh, wow, yeah,
A
okay.
Glaswegian classic.
Yeah.
If you don't know the story, apparently, you know, in like 1970, someone was like, oh, this chicken tikka grilled chicken is too dry. Please like add something or I will just choke to death. And the Glaswegian chef put together this kind of like creamy tomato-y sauce to put over it, and that's how chicken tikka masala was created. Obviously, you know, people will often fight like it's Indian, is it Scottish? Like,
it's amazing.
I think between S and A, what do you think?
If we could have some slot between those two, then yeah, but I'm happy to stick it in the A tier.
Okay, yeah.
Because like what I would say is it's great, but I'm a sucker for really good Indian food, and I think that I typically don't order it off on an Indian menu. I'll probably go for something a bit more, not necessarily authentic, but maybe a bit less creamy, a bit more like flavorful.
Yes, I think it's definitely made for like British palate. However, I will also say it never disappoints.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. You'll have a great time eating it.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you have like a creamy pasta sauce, it's also like you'll have a hard time not enjoying it.
Yeah.
This is the Cluty dumpling.
Cluty dumpling?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And the thing is that I don't think we've ever had it in this form, but you can also get it in like little slices, usually 2 slices from like bells. And I never quite understood, is that supposed to be eaten as dessert or as a part of like breakfast? Because that's what I would do. I would love to have like a slice of this pudding as like a side to my full Scottish, because I'm a big like savory sweet person. However, it is at the end of the day just another one of those Scottish fruit heavy things. So
I think that's
a boiled
it fits
pudding.
into a C category for me as well as the brick we had earlier.
Yeah.
What do you think? B for you?
I mean, I tried it once and never had it since. So.
C tier.
Okay, now I think this is the kokoliki.
Oh,
I don't know why I said it like that. I think I was trying to avoid.
Enthusiasm.
I was trying to avoid any like stupid jokes about it. So instead, I just said it like an idiot. So yeah, that's just kind of a chickeny broth with veggies and some grains in it. Which, you know, it's the chicken soup for Scottish soul.
It's a little thin, but it's perfectly good.
It's the sort of soup that I will never order, but I wish someone made it for me when I'm ill. And for that, I think B. Cranachan.
Ooh.
This is, I think, like the Scottish dessert.
It's so good.
It's for the ones of you who don't know, I'm pretty sure most of you do, but you have like toasted oats, whipped cream, raspberries, and I think that there's like is there whiskey also?
Oh
usually?
yeah, it's a good one.
So it's like a bit soaked in a bit of
so
booze. I think that's as long as it's made right, and like the raspberries are good, and it's, you know, it's a simple dessert. So like you have to make sure that everything's good within the trio. Sure, I'll allow it.
It's so good.
It
It's
is.
like if you're looking for a really quintessentially great Scottish dessert, then you won't go wrong there.
What's the name of that soup? The
Callan
creamy soup?
skink?
Yes. Also, I think this is alphabetically ordered. So
Okay.
yes, Callan skink.
Fantastic. It's a fish soup. It's a
Smoked
creamy fish
chowder.
Yeah, it's like a haddock chowder. It's
Yes.
fantastic.
So I usually don't order it because
I
I
do.
feel like it's too rich. But
It's
then
not.
whenever I steal yours, I'm
You
like,
love
this
it.
is the most delicious thing.
Yeah, no, this is an S tier for me as well. It's
yeah,
so good.
I'm happy. I feel like everything on that S tier is just like stuff made with cream or bacon. Ooh, okay, now we're getting into the classic Tannock's tea cake.
Wow. I know what your answer is going to be on this one because
That's,
I've literally bought boxes of this as gifts for you and I've made you very happy with that.
Oh,
like
it's been a long time since you've done it.
Well, and I don't want to become like predictable, so.
Anyway, that is like the S tierest of S tiers for me.
Yeah.
Tannock's tea cake, like truly since like week 1 in Scotland for me. Like I used to be pretty able to like eat the whole 6-pack in one sitting. I think that anyone can.
Honestly, yeah, because the inside is marshmallow and like really light, fluffy marshmallow.
Yes.
And then there's a biscuit layer, and then the whole thing's wrapped in chocolate and like a thin chocolate. So it's
Yeah.
very, very Moorish and
there's
very
like a
light.
buttery biscuit on the bottom. That's very important. So like it does with that biscuit, it just does feel like a little cake. Like there's something like it's both like this like light little thing. You know, it's not like when you go for like a brownie and it's kind of stodgy and very like dense. This is a light thing. Yes, I honestly, you know, if you ever like if you're meeting me in public, bring me a tea cake. Friends.
Yeah, that's how it
Yes,
works.
S tier. But dark tea cakes, that's the evil, the Sith tea cake. I'm gonna, you know,
It's the only
deal
time-
in absolutes here.
Are you going to take this lower?
Yes.
Yeah, it's interesting because normally you're the opposite for any chocolates. You like dark better than milk, and in this case, I think it's the only time where you would disagree with that.
I know. I was surprised too. I thought this would work for me, but
No.
it's possible that, you know, with dark chocolate, if it's not a good dark chocolate, then like it can be. I think that it just takes. I don't know. It's just because the regular one is just so perfect and so well balanced. Like they're just messing with perfection.
Yeah.
I would put it in B.
B?
Not even A.
Honestly, I thought you were going to go lower than that.
It's not gonna go lower than Arbroath Smoky. Next up is the deep fried Mars bar.
Okay, look, if you're hankering for something that is ridiculously sweet and arguably gooey, very gooey, it is delicious, but I have regretted every single one I've eaten.
No.
Because it's.
Have you?
I just feel physically unhealthy afterwards. Like, not like sick, but just like, I can't believe I ate that.
No, so you're disappointed in yourself.
Yeah. It's more of a self-conscious, like, oh no, what have I
judging
done?
yourself.
Yeah, it's self-judgment, it's
Sounds
self-recrimination.
like diet culture to me. No.
This is the opposite of diet
this
culture. If you were to eat this, I mean, it's got to be like 1,000 extra calories, and it's, you know what, it's really tasty.
I think that's the thing. Like it looks horrible.
It's disgusting.
And
to look
honestly,
at.
it also sounds
you eat with
horrible.
your eyes before you eat with your mouth, and the first thing you do when you look at this is visually vomit.
I will say, I mean, yeah, like a long log of brown that's oozing out of like a crust. Like it's not. I think that the biggest selling point is like
Novelty?
the element of
Surprise?
pleasant surprise. Because I think that most people do think it's going to be horrible,
And it's
then
really
it
nice.
kind of isn't, because
Yeah.
like it has like caramel in it, right,
Yeah.
from a Mars bar, and yeah, the like the melty chocolate, and sometimes they fry it in like the same fryer as the fish.
And that's when it gets really gross. Yeah, like if they're willing to use
Savory
like
sweet.
a fishy sweet. No, like if they use like a fresh oil, which is rare, but if they do that, then it's way better. But you can't rely on that. You can't trust that. It's typically ordered by people who are slightly drunk at the end of the night, and the fish oil more often than not isn't fresh at that point. So
I still think everyone should try it.
Yeah.
It, share it with someone.
yeah, that is very. It's a lot.
So it's kind of that's
It's
hard.
halfway between an A and a D tier for me.
I know exactly. It's like everyone should have it. And oh my god, someone keeps bothering me. Etsy, is one of you buying stuff for me right now?
Thanks.
Thank you. Just 6 notifications. Someone's just liking all of my work. Check out my Etsy.
Yeah, Link below.
It's in B tier because it's just,
Because
simultaneously
we can't decide
A
if it's
and
great or terrible. So yeah, it sits in the middle.
Dundee cake. I don't actually think I've ever had one.
I have, it's fine. C tier.
Okay. Ekkelvechen tart.
I've had it, it's fine. C tier.
To me, it's like almost like a play on a mince pie.
Yeah, but the mince pie is better.
Yeah. Okay,
So-
well, you decide.
It's a C, it's fine.
Okay. Edinburgh Rock.
Don't really like it. I think I would D tier this one. I think it's fun to have once if you're a tourist and you like go to a sweet shop and they have it.
They are a bit like there's like a softness and crumbliness to them because they are made with like cream of tartar, the most delicious of ingredients.
Yeah, you're already selling this. You're going to go C and I'm going to go D, so I'm going to be kind and let you go C.
Sure. Yes. No, this might be a D. No, I think no. Okay, the well-fired roll, the peak euphemism of Scottish cuisine. So historically, when bakers were making these like morning rolls, they would put them in like all the layers of the oven, and the ones that were on top would inevitably get a lot darker, and then they would get sold at a discount. And nowadays, Scotland has just like made this into, again, kind of a unique selling point.
We do it on purpose.
The well-fired burnt roll.
I like it. I honestly think that I like it. What I would say is it's really weird when you eat it and then suddenly you've got black bits stuck between the ridges in your fingerprints. It's really weird, but it tastes great. Like, you're worried about carcinogenic qualities in burnt
I was worried
foods,
about cancer.
which is not something you want with your breakfast roll.
Well, I think that like if you are the sort of person who toasts their toast quite heavily, then you probably enjoy that taste.
It doesn't have that bitter burnt taste. No,
it does.
It does not.
A little. To me, that's a C. But if
I'd bring it up to a B because
Okay.
I'm very happy to march my way through them.
I would love to hear what you think about well-fired rolls. The fudge donut. Specifically, I would say the fudge donut from Fisher & Donaldson.
A classic one.
Either in St Andrews or Dundee. I think to me, that is yet another one of those things that I think if you are traveling around that area, you should specifically go to that bakery and have one.
Yes.
It's there are people who will say it's basically the same as like the custard donut from Greg's. I think that it
Disagree.
like the Fisher & Donaldson one is perfection, and it is just
It's light, fluffy. The donut, the toffee flavor you get out of it. It's great.
Yeah, you have like the toffee is kind of the icing on top, and then on the inside it's basically like a nice kind of fluffy custard. I would say it lives between like an eclair and a custard donut.
Yeah, good shout.
It's right there in between. So it's very elevated from what you would get from Greg's.
Yeah.
No hate against Greg's,
No,
but this is the Scottish way of making it better. So I would say maybe even an S.
Oh, I'd say an A tier for that one because I've had better donuts. But
Yeah, but okay, sure.
I don't know. You're sounding very keen on that, so I'll let you have it. It's fine.
Admittedly, I only had it like 3 times in my life because I don't go to St Andrews. So
But you
I don't
inhaled
very
it each
often.
time, so
Yeah, it's always like whenever I have it, I look at it and I think I'm not gonna enjoy it. It looks
And then
like
you
too
do.
heavy, too sweet, and then it's like
not.
so good. Just fudge. I think I would. I would say C.
I think that
No, B.
B tier.
I think
it's a B tier.
Yeah, you have to. It's super like dense in flavor and like it's very buttery.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that it would actually make a good snack for like a long hike.
Yes.
It's also like when you get like a tiniest bit with like a nice tea and like a nice tea
Yeah,
place.
that's true.
I always enjoy that. Haggis bonbons. Bonbons.
Bon.
I think that is such a staple in like a lot of like gastro pubs.
So it's haggis that's then breadcrumbed and then fried.
Yeah, I think to me that's just like messing with a good thing.
That's a
too
hat on a
much.
hat, is it for you?
Between B and C.
Okay, I'll B tier this one because honestly they are very, very tasty. So.
Yeah, I know. However, haggis crisps.
Oh, amazing.
Again, packaged now, but like this is like I would still. Again, if you're visiting Scotland, you have to try them.
Yes.
It's such a nice peppery flavor. S tier.
S tier
I will
for you?
say S tier. It's like it's such a good way of using the flavor of haggis. I think it just goes well with the potato.
If you get like, I don't know, cheese and onion crisps or something like that. They don't necessarily always taste like what you're buying or what you're thinking they should taste like. This just tastes like haggis and it's great. So.
Yeah, Chocolate Tree makes haggis spiced chocolate, so I wouldn't even call it, well, I guess it's haggis flavored, but it's haggis spiced, because I think that's an important distinction, that it uses the same spices. I always feel like when I eat it, it's like I've just eaten some roast dinner, because I think there's quite a strong, is it thyme or rosemary? There's like a roast potato flavor to it, and I'm not too huge of a fan, but most people who I've shared it with, they'd actually really like it. Yeah. But it's kind of a thing you have to have in small quantities. It's also quite spicy because of the pepper, just like haggis. Yes. Which takes us to the next one, which is just haggis.
It's wonderful. I love it. I would S tier haggis. I think that everyone should try it. I think that it's distinctively unique flavor combination of all those spices and the meats and the oats. It's just really good.
Yeah, I think like a good haggis is S tier.
Yeah, go to the arcade bar in Edinburgh. Or MAPPR.
They make their own.
They make a very, very good one. And if you want to make it at home, get a McSween's and...
is that your favorite? Is that your...
It's a classic.
Yeah,
does the job. It tastes exactly the way it should.
Heather honey. I think that like most of the world's heather honey is made in Scotland, because I mean, if you've ever looked around in the countryside and you see all that like speckling of purple, that's heather.
That's heather.
The heather honey has been shown to have like 10 times more something. Manganese. It's manganese that it has 10 times as much. I would stop by the Edinburgh Honey Company. They also sell in like a lot of like attractions.
They've got a place on Easter Road in Edinburgh.
Yeah, but also like I think in Newington or somewhere. Anyway, they have delicious heather honey and also all sorts of other honeys. Iron Brew pastilles, as you love when I pronounce
Pastels.
it that way. Pastels.
Yeah. Because we're in Scotland, not in France.
Okay, I will say that those are the sort of like more chewy, dense, gummy.
Yeah, they're fine.
Which I would say like C for me, just because I don't like the texture.
Yeah, they're kind of weird.
Now, Iron Brew regular, I would say to me...
Careful, you'll make enemies.
Okay, then B. But I would probably go to A for the 1901.
That's a fair shout. I'm going to go A overall because it's great. But I think you're right that the 1901 one is a nicer version of it. And also, well, there's more sugar versus
sweetener
in the 1901 version.
Since a couple of years ago, we got the sugar tax introduced, and obviously a lot of manufacturers try to like cut costs on that tax by taking the sugar down and like mixing it with sweetener. So even like the full fat Iron Brew now has some sweetener. There's also a lot of like weird like seasonal flavors, and there's also Iron Brew energy drinks. And I actually have them at home because I've never tried them, and I do want to try them over on my Patreon. If you want to see more videos about Scotland and life here and travels and kind of more niche trips, head on over to my Patreon. This is the address, and you can watch a whole bunch of stuff there and even get some of that merch I tried to plug earlier. Jelly babies, Iron Brew jelly babies. I have only yesterday found out that this in fact is both my favorite form of Iron Brew flavor and my favorite flavor of jelly babies in general. So I will say A.
Okay.
Very good. What do you think about them?
I think they're very good. I think that they're very Moorish, and they do taste distinctively like Iron Brew rather than like like a when you get like cola flavored things and you're like, should it taste like classic cola or like Coca-Cola, and you're kind of surprised. Or banana sweets. They're like you get like it doesn't taste like regular bananas because the classic bananas that they're based on are all extinct. But like you know that disparity of what you expect versus what you get. This is like it's an Iron Brew in a gummy.
Macaroni pie.
Macaroni pie, that's an A tier. They're great. It's really tasty.
I think so. I was surprised. A good macaroni pie truly is better than what it sounds like.
Yeah, it does sound like it's carb on carb, but honestly it's
You like carb on carb?
I do, that's true.
Okay, now this is kind of my addition. I've seen a lot of people on the internet, a lot of Scottish people on the internet do like, get very excited about this flavored water. This is the MAPPR kiwi and strawberry, which is what I will always go for when I'm like trying to buy water and I'm like not, like in Scotland, tap water, delicious, whose juice, yum, yum, yum. But if I'm buying water, I'm not going to go for like a 120 Evian. I'm going to get myself a MAPPR kiwi and strawberry, so that's A tier for me.
A tier for you.
Tasty.
Okay.
It does have sweeteners in it, so like if that's something you want to avoid, don't, but... I like it, very refreshing. See, now back to Mackey's, who are still owning their ice cream. To me, as someone who only moved here those 12 or 13 years ago, who knows, I have never really ran into just dairy ice cream, as in no flavor, like not even vanilla. So to me, that feels like a very Scottish thing, or like, you know, okay, maybe it's a UK wide thing.
But Mackey's is very Scottish.
Mackey's is a very Scottish brand, and I'm sure that they sell down in England, Wales, Ireland, wherever. And it is truly like, it's delicious to be able to just enjoy that flavor without anything in it. So I think that's a true testament to,
A tier.
A tier. So, for everyone who constantly gets confused about the difference between a macaron and a macaroon, this one is a macaroon, but is in fact neither of those two things. This is the confectionery that used to be made with potato fondant, which would be just potatoes with a lot of sugar mashed into a thing and then put rolled in chocolate and coconut. These days when you buy them in the supermarket, it is just like the regular fondant, which is kind of like, think the inside of like an After Eight or something. It's like sugary paste, but it's not minty, it's just sweet. And I think D.
Yeah, that doesn't sound great.
Marmalade. Now you might think marmalade is kind of an all over the world sort of thing. I think that it was invented in Dundee. So this is I have the utmost authority on the history of Scotland, and I'm sure you trust me with this. Like, I just...
You did say that with so much confidence.
Confidence, yes. I personally like the idea of marmalade, but I don't actually like it, so C.
Yeah, I'm going to C tier it as well. I'm not big on it.
So we're too young for it. However, a millionaire shortbread, that is to me an S tier treat. A good one. Okay. Like a homemade one from like a nice cafe where you have like quite a thick layer of chocolate and like a nice homemade caramel and shortbread. It is like intense. I would probably want to like share one with someone else, just because otherwise you get very sick of it, kind of similar to like any dessert that has like toffee or like, you know, caramel in it.
Where would you put it?
Well, I mean, I would be between S and A.
I'll put it in A then, because I wouldn't S tier that.
Okay. Ooh, mince and tatties.
Mince and tatties is a B tier thing. If you have nostalgia for it, more power to you, but it's just mince and carrots and a very minimal selection of other things added into it. Like, you can make so much more into like a ragu or a bolognese or something like that.
So it's like a school cafeteria sort of situation.
It really is, yeah.
But I kind of vaguely remember you having like a nostalgic sort of streak, kind of being like, I kind of want some mince and tatties. Oh, the boy, is he visible?
Hello, mister.
Cool. Well, put it wherever, because I've never had it. Sounds fine.
It's a low B, so I'll put it there.
Okay. Nairn's chocolate chip OT biscuits.
These are great.
I really like those. That's really more of a slightly more modern thing, obviously, but they are like a really nice, slightly healthier option. Like, I guess because of the oats, and I think that they have like slightly less sugar in them. So
These are A.
Yes. So this is like haggis, neeps, and tatties, and I wasn't sure if we want to...
Oh, we separated it from the regular haggis.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't personally, because otherwise you've got things like chicken balmoral that has haggis as an ingredient into another dish.
Just neeps and tatties.
Neeps and tatties. Well, I wouldn't eat those in isolation either.
Well then...
Neeps on their own are a bit, but if you combine those flavors, then it's great. I'm going to stick this up with the haggis, because as a dish, it's great. Okay,
oatcakes. I think oatcakes are amazing for either, obviously, to put some cheese on them, but more often I think that an oatcake, I love that in Scotland, it tends to be a thing that comes with like soup. So like an alternative to having bread. I think that like the texture is very satisfying. They are very kind of wholesome feeling. So I think that's an A for me. Pizza Crunch. Now, they make deep fried pizza technically in Naples, Italy, but it's a very different type of it. I think that here in like Scottish chippies, you can actually get like a deep fried pizza just as it is, just like an actual like a quarter of pizza, just deep fried.
Yeah.
But also this one is the battered and deep fried. I've never had it, but I wanted it to be on this list just so you are educated on the beigeness of Scottish cuisine. Have you ever had it?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Okay, D?
It's a D tier for me. Some people will love it, and if you're drunk, then I suspect that your mileage may improve. But
on the other side of the healthiness spectrum, we have the good old porridge, which would probably be S tier for me.
Love a porridge,
just because I think that like the I mean, I have one every day. Like I cannot, and I never think like, ooh, I really crave something else. Like it is a comfort meal for me. You can you can make it really like dirty. Like you can melt.
That's when I go. That's the direction I go. I make
from Hatta.
Hatta in Edinburgh is great for this. They have incredible porridge bowls.
But like when you're maybe staying somewhere in the Highlands, like in a B&B, and they will make you one that has like a bit of cream just sprinkled and some whiskey.
Yeah.
Don't drive afterwards.
Don't drive afterwards.
It's that's a really nice way of doing it. So like I think there's such a range. You can make it super healthy. You can make it a lot less healthy. But it always is a very comforting thing. I know a lot of people have an issue with kind of just the texture in general, but I love it.
You
do. S tier all the way.
Okay.
Smoked sausage supper.
Yeah, no, that's an A tier.
C. Okay.
I will confess that's probably if the fish isn't fresh in a fish shop, if it's just been sitting in that warming area, I won't go for that. I'll go for a smoked sausage instead.
Because with that, it's fine that it's been sitting around.
Yeah.
Okay, I will not allow you to put it in A. You have to put it in B.
Okay, fine. Disagree. Agree to disagree, but all right.
Scotch broth.
Yeah.
I think that's a B. It's fine.
It's fine.
Once again, kind of like a nice soup to have someone make you if you're not feeling well.
It's got a lot of oats in it as well, like
or barley.
Or barley, maybe.
Either.
Yeah, both.
Yes, kind of a lot of like veggies and stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Scotch pancakes. So those are kind of like, I find it like if you go to a supermarket in the UK, most of the pancakes that are prepackaged will be this type of pancake. I think that I've met Scottish people who were quite kind of protective of it being a Scotch pancake, but often, it's just a pancake here in the UK. It's somewhere between, it's not as flat as the European sort of crepey pancake, and it's obviously not as large and fluffy as the American one. If you go to a place like Stack and Still, which have multiple sort of restaurants around Central Belt, maybe even up north, not sure, then they will tell you like that's Scotch pancake. So they're quite dense, but tasty.
I mean, I'm a big sucker for a fluffier pancake, to be honest.
So not fluffy enough for you?
Yeah, no, I would probably maybe B tier this because it's perfectly good to have pancakes, but there are better pancakes, I think.
Scotch pie.
Scotch pie. Oh god. Okay, so Scotch pie has so much extra fat and grease in it, and I am convinced that that's how I cultivated the mass that I have preserved to this day from eating these when I was younger. They are delicious and disgusting and very, very, very unhealthy.
Is it quite like a pork pie then?
No,
it's
not.
Beefy.
It's beefy and fat. It's very fatty.
I think that originally they were mutton, but these days it's usually beef.
Yeah, I'm gonna D tier this just because I've got some trauma there. But honestly, they like you do you. They are pretty tasty, but they are like they are the most indulgent of indulgences. So
okay. Boo. A Scottish blend tea made especially for the beautiful soft water we have up here.
That's an A tier. It's great. No arguments. Like that's just a very tasty tea. Mother's
Pride Scottish plain loaf. So apparently, traditionally in Scotland, this was like the shape that in Scotland, that bread comes in, which is kind of like weird and long. I kind of like the shape and I love the packaging, but the bread itself to me is very dense, and the top seems to be a bit like caught also. So there's like the addition of a flavor I'm not necessarily a big fan of.
It's fine. It's maybe like a B or a C tier thing to me. Yeah,
I think. But it's packaging amazing.
Yeah.
Selkirk bannock. So I think that bannocks in general are all just kind of like quick breads in Scotland, but this one has fruit in it, which I think makes it better because we had so many very like fruit heavy things here on this list, and I feel like the less fruit, the better for me, because that reminds me of like some of the sort of like Easter and Christmas breads that I remember from back home. And like this toasted with some butter on it is quite nice. Like I would probably say B. You know, it probably deserves to sit next to those pancakes there. Yeah. However, shortbread.
Shortbread is going to A tier item. They're great.
I might even go up to like S.
You usually do that, yeah?
I think so. I think that like it's just one of those things that are just like so perfect, because like not only obviously buttery sweet, but also a bit of salt.
Yeah.
It depends. Like I think that one that you buy from a supermarket, it's one of like really like top tier UK's bickies.
Proper homemade one though.
If you go
to a cafe that has made it fresh. Very good.
Yeah, I mean, we used to have a place that was, I mean, that was like 10 years ago. Pennies and poppy seeds.
Pennies and poppy. Oh my God. Like,
it smelled so good.
It made the old town in Edinburgh smell better than it is.
Yeah. Okay, Skinny Crowdy. For us health conscious people, Skinny Crowdy to me is nostalgic for like things that are similar to it in Czech Republic. So I think I'm really biased. I would put it on like boiled new potatoes with some chives. I think probably it deserves to be a B.
Okay, that's fair. Because like, regular crowdy is an A tier and it's not as good as that. So.
Graculus.
Oh yeah, we've got a crow that lives outside our window.
And steals halal chicken.
Tonic snowballs.
Okay, talking about snowballs, I'm going to take
snowballs are very, very light, fluffy, marshmallowy things covered in, I think they've got coconuts over them, don't they?
Yes, it's kind of like, it's almost like a tea cake without the biscuit and with added coconut. Yeah. And we had them quite recently and we agreed that it says on the packaging that it's like only 50 calories and it definitely feels like it because like you will get no satisfaction from this whatsoever. It's like breathing in some sugar.
Yeah, it's like, it's so light you could probably like suck it from between, like through your teeth.
Yeah, I mean maybe it's like good if you have some like digestive issues or something.
They're fine, it's a C tier.
Yeah,
it's not nothing special really.
Sewer plumes.
Sewer plumes, I thought that was peas for a second looking at the picture. Sewer plumes are great. Sewer plumes or sour plums is classic boiled sweet. They're great.
It's covered in the sour, sort of, I'm guessing citric acid, and it's like, and not a very fine one, so it's gonna like rip your tongue open. Like it's, you know what I mean? Like you suck on one and then your tongue is just like destroyed. It's like a ball, what do you call it? Paper that you...
Like a sandpaper?
Yes. It's a sandpaper in like a sort of like...
A tier.
Sorry, I wanted to say... First, I want to say Myers-Briggs, then Hickson Braggs, and then what's the name of the physicist who...
Higgs boson?
Yes!
Yes! Wow, that's a rotary index and a half.
Well, anyway, I failed. I will say it's a B.
It's a B.
I like the flavor, but I don't like the pain.
Fair enough.
Square sausage. If you're a fan if you're a fan of square sausage, I do have a sticker with them on my Etsy store. Yeah. Anyway, I think it's like I appreciate the peak practicality. It doesn't have any casing on it.
Nope.
It's just a nice like grillable thing of sausage that you have with your breakfast usually, or like in a roll. To me, a B, just
That's
because
fair.
like the flavor isn't super strong, but like it's a...
If it's on the menu as part of your cooked breakfast, then you're not going to have a bad time.
Stovies.
Stovies are great.
So that's like quite a thick, quite potato heavy stew. And I think that again, on a rainy, cold day, it's nice if you like find a pub and they do stovies. And honestly, like I find that basically every ingredient in it is quite like low quality. Like together
it's great though, and they typically come with oat cakes on the side. And honestly, like you go to a pub and have this and a pint, and you'll like it's very satisfying.
Especially if you're
very
cold,
warming.
It's I feel I feel like I've had once before that really reminded me of like Spam. So like if you're okay with Spam, you might that savory. It's savory.
They make it with Spam there, so
no, but it reminds me of it anyway. Okay. It's probably not great. Oh, you put it an A.
I did. It's great. Like I would go out of my way to have that if I saw it on the menu.
Okay. Tablet. D. I do not like
tablets. Too sweet. It's like. Yeah.
It's a tablet is something that even if I have it with like tea or coffee, I will have it, but I usually will have regrets about it. Yeah. It's just where fudge is a lot more buttery, tablet is a lot more sugar heavy.
Yeah,
so
very much so.
yeah.
Like if you got a real sweet tooth, you might have a great time with it, but it's so much.
Yeah, or if you need something for like a bug out bag, like something.
Yeah, like
it's
if
like
you
a
need
disaster.
If you need emergency
relief.
calories all at once, like you need that sugar rush, then yeah.
Next up,
You bought some.
tablet flavored popcorn. Is it better than tablet? It's better than tablet.
It's better.
That's good actually.
That's great. That's an A tier. That's great.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that.
Potato scones. Or
Potato scones.
what's the name? Tatty scones.
Tatty scones, yeah.
To me, a bit stodgy. Like I'm always kind of like excited to see them and then a bit disappointed. It's not quite, like if you're used to potato pancakes that are more like latkes, kind of where there's more texture, these are not it. These are truly just like the potato has been just like processed into submission and it's just a bit rubbery for me.
Yeah, that's fair. Maybe like a C tier.
I think so.
And finally.
Ooh, finally, veggie haggis.
Yeah.
I think,
Are you-
honestly,
Are you going to compare this as a perfect comparison to regular haggis?
okay, I think that until about like 3 years ago, I would have said that every veggie haggis I've ever had was just as good as the real thing. They are very similar sometimes, but it really depends on the brand.
Yeah.
I think if you look, my life hack, if you look at the nutritionals, if you look at the veggie one and it seems just as unhealthy as the normal one, it will kind of taste the same.
Yeah.
If you look for one that's like less sort of saturated fats and stuff, then it will taste a lot more just like some sort of veggie broth.
Yeah, don't touch those.
I don't have a problem with that, but at that point it becomes just like something else altogether. So
This is the McSween one by the look of the picture. Honestly, I think that's pretty damn good. So I would put that in A tier.
yeah, I think so. I think that well, first of all, we do love our veggie friends.
We do.
On this channel. And I am a fan of like veggie options. And I think that as veggie alternatives go, veggie haggis in 80% of the time truly like is so close to the real thing. So if you maybe like are not a vegetarian, but you might be like a bit like icky about what goes into regular haggis, then I think that it might be a smart idea to try the veggie one, because then you know that it's mostly kind of like beans and legumes and probably some sort of fat, yum, and spices and oats. So yeah. Well, there you have it. I might still make it to the train. It's in 15 minutes. Sorry, I have
You got tablet popcorn stuck between your teeth?
No, it's the little corn skins.
Don't put that in there.
Anyway, thank you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little sort of slightly unusual format to what we do. Our next video is going to be about newly opened places to eat in Edinburgh, but it's taking us a bit more time because now we're not based in Edinburgh anymore.
Yeah, we have to travel now.
Yeah, both expensive and time consuming. So we thought we would like pop this video in here that I have personally wanted to make for a long time.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of fun making it. So hopefully you were not super offended, but maybe offended just like a little bit, like enough
have a
to
fight about it.
leave a comment. Like that would really help.
Yeah,
the
let us know what your thoughts are on Scotch pies and deep fried pizzas and all the things in the D tier that we might have different opinions on.
Yeah, especially the ones of you who are like apologists for all of that business.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
If you're interested in videos about Scotland travel and life, don't forget to give this channel a subscribe, maybe even ring the bell so you don't miss anything.
Like it.
Yeah, sub, comment, all of those things. Again, I have a Patreon also, and also if you're interested in some of my tips on where to visit in Edinburgh, I also have created this map together with MAPPR, where for a little tip you can access 100 plus places that I personally recommend when you're visiting Edinburgh. Also, if you want to stay in touch, don't forget I am on Instagram under KakiBot for my artwork and kind of nerdy stuff, and Kakiblog for photography, food tips, travels. Okay, that is truly it for me. I'm gonna grab my bags and run to the local tiny train station and hopefully make it to Edinburgh on time.
You will.
Okay, thank you again for watching, and we shall see you soon.
Bye-bye.